Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the ESL Meisterschaft spring season. We are live into the map number 2, and of course it is Mirage. The knife has gone down, and Playing Ducks will be on the CT side, Killerfish will be on the T side, and we are into the pistol right about now. So let's not waste any time, let's get this one started. And these teams are looking like they want to go at this one. So far we've seen a little bit of an early exchange, but the T side switching things up, and it looks like they might be actually adjusting straight through towards mid, where Kiev is waiting.
No, he's waiting, but he's not going to connect that first shot, unfortunately, so he's not able to get anything going for them so far, but he gets information, and it looks like the rest of Killerfish is just going to back away, maybe hit over towards this B site. Kirby will be waiting, and will probably quickly be calling for some backup here at any moment now.
Well, he's got it coming. That's Kiev already coming around, and with 20 seconds left, they know what's coming towards them. Nice position from Kiev, going to try and deny the bomb plant, if anything. Kirby can now watch the cross, and with 18 seconds, the T-side needs to make their play, and they need to make it fast. Spots come out. One tag is made, but Kiev is waiting. Will they check? Yes! Brilliant work from Tony, breaking in. Now Kirby actually caught off guard. Bomb needs to go down, and it has. And now just Tizian alive. The T-side rotated through the entirety of this map, starting their push at A, and now ending it at B, but can Tizian work his way back in? Spotting out one. He's got a lot of work ahead of him. He's got the defuse kit, so there's a chance. But my God, is it a slim one? Tizian now looking for it. Gets down Tony. Can he find... Needs to find them fast, though. And it's not going to happen. Denied in the end by Oscar. Just jumping up towards the truck. And we will be seeing Killerfish picking up map 1 and round 1 in map 2.
And Oscar, he's been really damn impressive, I have to say, over the course of these last two maps. Like on Overpass, he had some fantastic shots on really a couple of great rounds where he came up big for his team, and he's stepping up in the pistol rounds as well, as we just saw. Going on the AK. Playing Ducks sending one man through underpass Kiev. Coming towards A, and this is going to be a little bit light out of the Playing Ducks. Tizian forced to back away, but gets taken on by Tossin from Tetris. Not crazy, not going to accomplish much on top of stairs as Ammo does secure the kill. And on Kirby trying to do something from Connector, but again, it's going to be too rough. Tossin shuts him down, and Kiev and Crisby the last two alive.
To be fair to Playing Ducks, they took a bit of a gamble, pushed some players towards mid, through B, and they got aggressive just towards the wrong site. You know, there's not much you can do. Now they're so locked out of it, it'd be very difficult to come back in. Kiev gets spotted out, and now just Crisby alive. He did invest into head armor, so he's probably going to try and save that one and get himself away, but you can see the T-side flooding out, looking for him, straight away on the hunt. Not going to try and let him get away, but I think he's got just enough distance. They might be able to stay alive here, but we'll have to wait and see if he can... Weather the storm. The bomb's got a couple more seconds. They're not far off. And Crisby, there's players approaching from the back. You can see them. He can't. And oh, he almost got caught on the door then, but there's still a couple more seconds, and he will just about make it out alive. And there we go. He gets to save the head towards this round, where the rest of his team will have to surely eco this out with just those 5-7s and not much more. So 2 back-to-back for Killerfish. A great way to start this one, and investing into a full rifle style lineup here, but gonna switch up and maybe hit mid this time.
Oof, Kiev getting tagged, jumping across window, and now he's got really nowhere to go. Doesn't have a flash or anything to help him out with, and the double nades. Ammo cleans him up. Really quick decision by them to go for that one. Kirby will fall as well towards Catwalk. Crazy gonna fall in towards Connector, and Tiz and Crisby, the last two men defending on towards A, and now just all in the hands of Crisby with that 5-7 and the head armor. One accomplishes nothing. Quick, clean round out of Killerfish, and are now up 3-0.
Yeah, it's very difficult in this map to get any sort of pistol buy-up once you're locked out, especially as CTs. You've got to be so quick on stacking the correct site. However, we saw how fluid Killerfish were at rotating from site to site then on their first round, starting off at A, hitting up mid, and then going over towards B. And, well, first gun round coming in. This is very important. Kiev, what the hell is this man up to? He's so confident, and it's going to just completely get him shut down. Ammo picks up 2, and that is surely the map in their control. However, Crisby on short does deny a little bit of a step too far for Ammo. And look at this. Robson, ready and waiting, takes him down. This is a lot of control for the T side, and maybe gifted over to them a little bit too easy then in the end. And Robson, maybe a little bit of pre-fire then. I think you need it back like, what?
Through the smoke?
Nicely done, but yeah, he's loving it. But see, the thing is, in that round, Kiev just went almost kind of, I don't know, suicidal.
Mode,
like
too ballsy.
There was a smoke up onto short, right? So he kind of maybe assumed that there wouldn't be someone that close already, and he did have someone connected, but still.
Right.
Like, he shouldn't have pushed that far. Like, not into a round like that. First gun round, yes, it paid off once in a map prior, but you can't be pulling that off on this map, especially when you know how aggressive Killerfish have been playing throughout this map so far. It was just kind of reckless almost.
I mean, who would expect Ammo to push through the smoke like that? I mean, I think that's, I'm assuming that's what he was, not really expecting, because he just went straight to the smoke. He expected the guy to jump towards boxes, and he unfortunately missed that shot as well. And then Ammo picking up 2 off the back of killing Kiev. Crazy able to get something going, gets 1 kill. Oscar though able to respond, and as the op now down, but Tony able to come up pretty big yet again. And just like every time Ducks peek around a corner, they just seem to fall, and you just have that finger of death when it comes to observing. That caster's curse, and Kiev now the last man alive in a 1-on-4 situation will fall as well. Killerfish up 5-0, and they have not lost many men. They've had 6 deaths across the team.
Yeah, and to be fair to Killerfish, they're just executing really nicely so far. They've not really
I feel like they're hitting all their shots.
Yeah, they are.
They're not missing like anything. It's ridiculous.
Okay, Kiev's got a bit of an ace spawn this time. I want to see if he takes the aggressive peek towards A and then to connector, because he's been in window so far and it's really not paid off very well for him. So let's find out what he goes for this time. I'm always interested to see him AWPing here, and does go for the cheeky smoke off, but he can normally catch a glimpse, and he will. So Ammo will go down. Nice adaptation from Kiev then, showing that he can play a more kind of passive, slightly more laid-back style of AWPing, but look at the play regardless coming from the T's. They're going straight towards B, and the CTs seem to know what's up this time.
And they've rotated 2 men through underpass, so you're going to smoke off the back of B, or the back of Hall, so they can get up full control.
That's the bomb. They know the bomb's there.
Oh, the bomb is down. Okay, so they're going to try to hold this one as best they can, and in a 3-on-4 or 3-on-5 situation, sorry. This is going to be tough to really get the bomb back, let alone get these 5 kills they're going to need.
But Oscar could maybe do something. I'm not sure if
spotted.
Kiev heard him.
Oof.
He certainly did. Turns around, gets the AWP. And this is the impact play that Kiev was waiting on to find that form for. 3 in this round, and first round on the board for Playing Ducks. Opening pick was vital then, and the bomb being down in that spot allowed them to be aggressive, and they just locked it out. That was as simple as that was. As soon as that bomb was down, nothing they could do. But we saw how well Killerfish were doing early on. So they've got a little bit of bank to rely on. They're still okay. There's 6k still on Oscar, regardless of what happens this round. So he's pretty good. But Kiev, once again, switching up, trying something different, leaving... Who is it in mid now? Kirby on the receiving end there. Kiev going to speed himself up, get himself over towards those B apartments. But it looks like the bomb is still towards A, and Tizian finding Ammo first. Ammo this time, struggling to make those impacts.
They're running Kiev in kind of like a Kenny S position, where he will, one round, maybe hold A another round, constantly moving him around so Killerfish can't adapt to where he is and just completely cut him off and make him not really much of a threat in the map. Look at this, Tossin peeking up without the help of a flash or smoke. And 3 men alive, they're looking for maybe an entry frag on a Crazy or Tizian, who are the 2 men to defend with the help of Curvy off towards jungle. Maybe waiting for these smokes to clear off. And even Kiev and Crisby, like Kiev, he's on the minimap towards B, he's number 2. He's just chilling in kitchen because he realizes the push probably coming towards A, so they can go for the quick rotate. And there's the first kill coming in. Tony peeking around the corner with the op. Kirby will get the kill into Oscar, and now it's all in the hands of Tony. And 1-on-4 with 8 AP in hand. And this is going to be hard to hit. This is that first shot. I'm not going to hit much more after this, I would assume. This is just getting bombarded by flashbangs.
Yeah, he's not going to get out of this one. You can already see, I think that's pretty Kiev pushed up in towards dark. Oh no, it's Kirby.
Kiev and Crisby are pushing behind him, yeah.
Yeah, so he's not going to really get out of this. Nicely turned on the flash then, but still, it's not giving him much of a chance to get any further. And he may have... Ooh, he did get away then, but will he expect the man waiting on the other side? Because Kiev is hungry for this one. He's... Oh, and Tony kind of expects he's being pushed here. 9 seconds to stay alive.
There's just no way.
I don't know. If he gets 1 and then, I don't know. It's going to be extraordinarily hard. 1 second left, and they're going to push to kill him after the timeout. Oh! But Tony stops him in their tracks. Tony really nicely done then. The CT side trying to kill him after the timer, but not going to happen. And that Tech 9, what I'm going to say, that Tech 9. But still, 2-5 now. Killerfish still in the lead, but they need to start getting that dominance back here.
I'm sorry, but Tony should not have survived that. Like, wow.
He's got a good ace spawn. Let's see if we can get an opener.
Unfortunately for him, there's not going to be anyone crossing over to Connector for him to spot for now. Oh, Tizian, just as soon as I speak about it, Tony unfortunately fluffs the shot, so he's going to live to fight another day. And Kiev is even being really aggressive over towards B-Hall's pushing that one up. Crisby pushed up towards short, and they kind of know. There's a couple men towards middle, there's a couple men towards A, and they can pretty much be sure that this isn't going to be a B hit.
It looks like an A execute, but a 3-2 split, so the 2-3 mid, well, will start... Oh, Tony, that's a bit awkward. And the mid 2 still not pushing them down piece by piece. It's going to make it very hard to make a kind of well-orchestrated push here. So they need to find maybe a pick or two, and you can see Tony starting to look for that. They spot out KZY. He's now down to a limited impact position. He's going to have to try and move, and he does. He gets out of there for free with those 2 flashes coming into play. I'm just going to go sit in dark. Here comes a play through connector. This is big. If they open this up, the T side is going to be in a great position.
Well, Tony and Oscar both do that apiece if they do get one. But Crazy's still alive up towards balcony, and he's looking for more. He looks for the man right under, gets a kill on Tony. Kirby's there to help him out as well. Kirby picks up 2. Crazy got 2, and Kirby gets the 3rd. And the 2-man squad of Kirby and Crazy come up huge, securing the round, securing that A site, and now 3-5 Killerfish. They've just been completely stopped in their tracks.
And I don't know how they didn't spot out KZY. I'm pretty sure it's KZY who's in, you know, the kind of camping corner on site and then readjusted towards dark and then went up. Tony 100% spotted him out earlier on, and surely they knew, okay, well, there's going to be someone here, and he couldn't have gone through sight. I'm sure Tony was actively holding that angle, so maybe a bit of miscommunication. I'm not too sure if maybe there was a flash or a smoke that just kind of blinded him for a second and made him think, okay, he's probably crossed out of here. But to not check that basically gave the round back over. It slowed them down, allowed the players from jungle to come into spot, and it was just, you know, a good crossfire all in all. But this is going to be a bit of an all-in play coming for the T's, just cracking in those Tech-9s. KZY in a good spot. He might be able to get away with this.
He's trying to spot the man behind Ninja. Unfortunately, doesn't get that one, but he gets a backup from Crisby. Able to secure 2 kills and save his life. He's going to back up Crisby as well for the help. And then we'll shut down the A push. And it leads me to wonder, you know, Crazy Killerfish, their success has come into controlling middle. Like, that's where they've gotten most of their rounds from. It's just those early kills, getting Kiev in a bad position, and yet they haven't been able to get the early control. They've been shut down by Kiev and just the rotations of where he's playing.
But will he go mid again? Because he's been avoiding that for a couple of rounds. He's going back.
It looks like he is, but he's going to be up against Tony. And Tony's already there. Tony's out. Oh, sorry. He has a smoke. I didn't see it. Got too excited.
It's easy to do so. But look who's snuck underneath him. Now, Tarsin has been pretty confident, and he can actually get himself freely in here. He's going to quickly take down Tizian. He's going to be spotted out, though, but he's made such an impact that A's going to be just completely open for the taking here. Just walking himself through mid. They knew that the short player had been a little bit more passive, maybe, and they tried to exploit that. Now, Crisby catching them on the rotate, going to spot out one. Doesn't get the kill. And now Kiev is left to really try and pick up the pieces. Spotting out the plant. Goes in for the shot. You're no Carrigan, buddy. You go sit down. And now Robson will find him. And Oscar gets down Kirby. But that was all about Tarsin being confident through mid then.
Yeah,
getting up to connector, taking down one, distracting the other player on site, allowing the ramp players to push in. And by that point, just one smoke to jungle, cut everything off. Just really nice execute from the T side. But as we said, one man can't do that every round.
And it looks like Killerfish seem to have gotten a little idea of what they need to do. Maybe going for a little bit more of that mid control, just like they did in that last round, as Tony's going to be the one pushed out, and then the rest of the men pushing through B halls. It's going to be a buy-up out of the side of playing Ducks, so can't just go straight rushing through, but a B execute might be happening. Should just rain over as Kirby's waiting with that incendiary grenade in hand to just block them off.
Okay, well, he's going to hear them coming in now. Smokes are there. It's real. He's just spotted them. Nice molly goes down. He's going to adjust towards shore. They're going to have to run through that fire, and waiting on the side is Kirby, but where are the rest? Are the other players slowing down? They're offsetting the pace, and now they're going to make their play. But look, all the players from the CT side are there. This is going to be very hard to break through.
Well, there's one man back towards bench, but he's smoked off, and that's actually going to work out in favor of playing Ducks. But look at this, Robson pushing through sight, trying to catch up the man towards bench. He's going to charge straight towards kitchen as well. Gets one, as he does get shut down by Crazy eventually, but Tony towards short, trying to do something about this. 1-on-2, spots out one man towards Van. He's got one man towards kitchen.
Both are, though.
He does, and it is very possible that he could pull this off. He knows where the bomb is as well, towards the back of sight. And he's got 40 seconds to work with, so it's very possible he could pull this off. And the smoke, I was going to say, it wasn't covering everything perfectly. And Kirby, is he pushing through? No. I mean, it's a 2-on-1. You shouldn't lose this if you're on the side of playing Ducks, but Tony is going to give it everything he has. Switches to that AK.
They're going to hear that.
And they hear him moving around and say, oh, the Molotov towards back of bench. It's not actually going to be anyone there. And he looks for the kill. They can't get the flick on a Kirby.
7 HP.
Oh, that's rough. And Kirby coming with 3 kills, and Killerfish, that little staggered entrance, it seemed like it just bought time for Plain Ducks to get in the right spots.
It did. It was so close. And to be fair to Kirby, when he put down that smoke, I thought he was kind of like testing Tony out, like, hey, look, this is for you. You can use this, you know, try and get close to the site. And it kind of did in the end. And we're seeing the double AWP in the hands of the CT side. Kiev and KZY are crazy, both picking that one up. So we're going to have mid lockdown and the A ramp push. And it looks like it's going to be those kind of like bodged together A plays with maybe a bit of a fake coming out from Tony. Maybe going to swing in through underpass eventually. But waiting on the other end will be Tizian, going to put himself in towards dark. We saw the power this position can have, but will they commit? Yes, they are. So here we go. This is going to be an A execute. Now, nice counter flash comes in, stopping them on ramp, allowing Tizian to peek. Doesn't get the shot off, but they're going to make another play of this. Tizian surely should be able to clean up here. And now KZY just goes charging in.
He's coming in from the backside, but he can't get the kills with the USP, and Kiev up against the one man towards Tetris. I believe that's going to be Oscar, and Tony flanking around B completely.
Excuse me.
As he will look for the kill towards Kiev. He can't get the shots off, and he's missing everything. He doesn't get the kill. That was a free one for him, and that might cost him the round. Kiev does get the kill. Now Oscar's 1 against 2. He's got an off to worry about towards one. He's got 1 man off towards Connector, and he will get the... Wow. That shot on the Kiev was fantastic, but with 8 HP up against Kirby. Incendiary grenade for Kirby, too, so if the bomb does... I feel like Oscar, he's been so on his game in this first map. And map number 2, he's been having some fantastic shots as well, but with 25 seconds to go. And like we said, at 8 HP, it's going to be rough. And here comes Incendiary grenade to hold him off. He won't be able to pick up the bomb. That's going to buy quite a bit of time. The flashes as well. And Oscar's, he's have to go for the challenge. He has to go for the fight. He's going to walk straight into Kirby. Kirby does expect it. He gets the kill. And does save the round. Ties things up now. Plain Duck 6-6.
But that was a little too close for my comfort. I've got to say it, because the CT side were on a full buy with the double AWP presence. The T side had 2 Tech 9s in there, I think, and they got slowed down on ramp. However, I think it was it Kiev or KZY? I can't remember who, but one of them pushed straight in towards site with the AWP, pistol out, super confident, maybe overbuying in towards the Tech 9 play rather than, you know, with the others who did have proper guns. I'm not sure. That was a little bit sloppy, but still, it doesn't matter. But look at this. Kiev again being caught out. He seems such a hit-and-miss player. He can either go big with this aggressive play, or he gets caught out. And now one player disrupting everything, but the push is towards the A side. Tizian. Beautiful control and taking down Tarsin, but the bomb, I think, actually is going to be planted. Nice. That's a good bit of money in the bank. They'll be pleased with that. Flash holds them off. And now the 2 remaining T players can still do some damage here, and they're certainly going to do that. Oscar finds 1. Tony, good damage through, but now Oscar has to pull off the ace if he wants this. He's got the bomb for him. He's going to go for the shot. Not going to get it. Kirby through the smoke. And wow, defuse comes through. But all in all, these not clean rounds. These are getting very close.
Well, like you said, though, bomb plant yet again. That's 2 rounds running. That's a lot of money in the bank for them. And they're able to buy up, I believe, in this next round. Let me just double-check their money really quickly on my screen. Yeah, they can, definitely. And they have 7,000 on Oscar, so I'm assuming Tony's going to be going for the op yet again. And I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Tony's won most of the duels against Kiev in a one-on-one op battle.
But the thing is, I feel Tony's such a safer AWP, though. Kiev can pull off these great moments that we saw like in the previous map, but Tony just seems more consistent to me. He's not taking such a risk sometimes, but let's see what he can pull off. I think he just maybe missed a player dropping down to mid, but that nade gave it away, so I'm sure he'll maybe check connector. He should be, but I'm surprised Tony didn't check connector. Then he saw the nade. He knew he hadn't pushed close, but still. We do see the A play being lined up. That's where the T side are, and let's see where everyone's waiting for it. Smoke towards Palace. How do they plan on stopping ramp if the push does come in? That's the big question. Well, they're not. They've just been completely overwhelmed. Oscar just picking up 2 back-to-back has just ruined everything the CT side had, and they had no one really watching ramp then. Bomb down. Kiev catches a glimpse of the feet. You can just crouch almost under that smoke from the stairs. And now 4 players left for the T side. They should have this.
Well, they should, but with Tony going down, Kirby able to pick up the kill. It's now a 3-on-3, and the CT's chances are becoming more and more likely as this round goes on. Trying to flash over towards Nubox, trying to hold them back, maybe getting that person that was potentially going to be there, but 2 men towards jungle. Oscar picks the first. They have to worry about a man towards A ramp as well, and Crispy's able to get picking away. They don't have much to work with, and they're going to try to get top of the bomb. They're going to try to go for the defuse, but Kiev misses the shot, and Robson comes up big with those 2 kills, and that will be round number 7 going over to Killerfish. But I have to wonder, you know, if we think back to the round that Killerfish won after we had that big landslide happening for Plain Ducks, it was Tossin running down middle with the help of the smoke, picking up like 1 or 2 kills towards A from Connector. But this time they sent Tony there with an op. Maybe trying to challenge Kiev, but he won't have that much of an impact when it comes to trying to pick someone towards Connector. He's not going to be as safe to do that.
Well, this is just insanity. KZY just going straight in towards a sea of Killerfish. I'm not sure if that was a smart... Going to walk in and deal with a hell of a lot of them as Kiev and Tizzy in the last 2 alive. But throwing our minds back to the last round, while this one should be cleanly dealt with. Kiev then picking up one. Oh, Tizian with a beautiful deagle, denying a swift bomb plant and now forcing them to play safer. But I wanted to talk about what Robson and Ammo created in that nice after-plant situation in the previous round, but it seems that maybe Tizian wants to try and disrupt this. Well, let's see what he can do here. It's 1v2. It's certainly possible. He's going to run that clock pretty low. He's got head armor. He's got everything he needs, but needs to get to that B-bomb site and play for that retake quickly.
And you're seeing him check every corner.
So cautious in a way, but super quick checking. But the bomb will go down, and he's going to have to just commit to this one as much as he can. Beautiful movement, though.
Well, that flash will give away his position, though.
But it did flash up Tony, so he might be able to get a step in here.
Robson off towards Kitchen. Tony towards Van does spot him out. And again, this is a situation that you really should not lose. Tizen trying to charge in, but Robson does get the better of him. And Killerfish come back in the end of things, do take an 8-7, so a one-round lead at the end of the first half. I mean, they won 5 straight, then they lost 4 straight, and then it went a little bit back and forth from there on. But again, I mean, Oscar, 19-9. He is just having a fantastic game.
He's having a fantastic tournament as well.
He has. And Tossin, who's only 5-13, I mean, when he does pick up kills, you see how impactful they are. Like that, he single-handedly won them around. That turned things around. Let me see actually if I can find what round that was. It was round number 10 that they got them their 6 on the board when he went down middle and opened things up towards the A site. So maybe he can get a little bit more consistent in the second half.
Got a Zeus?
Why not?
Miss buy? Oh, that's grim.
Actually, how much money do you get with a Zeus? Is it 300? I honestly have no idea.
I don't know.
You don't really see Zeus in competitive play much.
No. I think that was a misbuy. But Killerfish aggressive on the CT side, just clearing as they go. Information has been gathered. We've got Kirby waiting, and he should be able to take down Oscar. He does. And that I don't know. This could spur on the move on towards the A site. CT side are well set up, though. They have 3 players, 4 now already present. They've read the gameplay well. There's no smoke really covering jungle, so they can peek out freely. And you can see the danger of that. Tarsin just comes out big, picks up the double, and that's going to really throw off the T players, but they're already on the rotate. They're heading towards B. They've got a man locking it down. That's Tizian, so he surely can push up towards Kitchen, but 2 players already there. Killerfish so quick on that rotate, but it doesn't matter. Tizian deals with 2. This is such a back and forwards game. Tony now, the last man alive for the CT side, have to pick up the pieces, but he's not in a real position to do so. He's down to 12 HP, and Playing Ducks just kind of duct taping it back together. They're just kind of somehow pulling this round out because that was pretty much lost. But Tony giving it away now, kind of throwing our minds back almost to that previous round. Going to single out 1. He's going to almost take down Kiev. Not to be the case, and we're back, evening it out now.
I feel like Kiev knew that A push wasn't going to work because right when those smokes and flashes came out, instead of pushing with his team, he rotated towards B already. And that was before his teammates died. Like he was already committing towards that A site because of, I believe that was what, Tossin? No, Tizian was already inside the site, letting him know that it's free to take. So, time things up, 8-8. And we're going to see Tossin with the ump. He's going to be short, so...
I think he heard them actually going underpass as well. That's pretty,
I'm curious where he's going to be going with this, though.
Yeah,
because he's not alone at B.
That was really important information gathered then. He heard at least 1 or 2 players over by the B side. So you could see Tony then getting a little bit closer towards connector. Maybe expecting... Didn't expect the lurk of Kiev coming through, actually picking up 2 then, and well, they just been caught out 1 by 1. Kiev is just a beast right now. 3 kills back to back. He did only have a P250, so almost sitting out this round so he could get an AWP for the next. Almost gets it 4th. Not going to happen. Tarsin is there, but Tarsin now has to go big and stop this plant. Someone's already positioned on site. Good flash. Smoke to follow. Gets him a little closer. Bomb is down, though. 3 players on the site. He's going to really struggle to get back in here.
And he's got Robson coming in from short to help out. I think he just spotted 1 man towards Sandwich, jumping across towards Tetris. And he will get the duel, but Crazy will get the better of him. And now Robson, oh, he's got head armor.
He doesn't want to go for this. He's going to sit here and try and catch one out, I guess.
I would assume so, yeah. He would try to get, sorry, the AK out of Kirby or Tizian's hands. But I would imagine Playing Dog's going to retreat back towards A ramp and not even get in his range.
Yeah, and I want to point out how important it was that Kiev got those kills as well. Like, for a player who pretty much sat that round out with that P250 just so he can get the AWP, I can imagine this round coming in. Picking up 3 and really... Look how much money he's on now. 6.7k. Massive amounts of money. So that was just really nicely done from Kiev. Not generally expected. And I can imagine the AWP purchase will come in. I don't think anyone needs a drop. So he should be buying this one up.
I don't know. I feel like it's risky.
Dangerous against an eco. Yeah. But this man likes danger. Surely he was going to go for that. No.
That is true. His
Maybe not feeling so confident now. Interesting. So going to go for the luck again. He could have easily purchased his way up to that, but maybe just feeling not worth it against what the CT side can bring now on these eco rounds. However, Tarsin. Oh, they're dancing around each other. Oh, my word. Kiev gets taken down. Maybe should have purchased up into this with a little something. But still, regardless of that, it's a 5v4. CT side have the control, but oh, KZY turns around. Especially with Tony. That was very swift.
That was a great flick shot out of him, too. That was just, like, guarantee saved his life and saved his MAC-10. And luckily for him and his team, it wasn't an AK that potentially could have gone down. But look at Ammo. He's just waiting connector. He misses the shot. He fluffs it up just a little bit. And Crazy with 14 HP, tossing boosted in sight, the bomb making its way towards A. It's still very doable for Killerfish. Like, Robson has head armor. And Robson is looking for the trade, but he can't get the kill on a Kirby, and now he knows, unless the rest of the team know, that they're rushing straight towards this site.
Yeah, and they should be able to get it pretty cleanly, I can imagine. We've got Tarsin and Oscar.
Well, Crazy and Kirby, I mean, they're on 80
low,
HP total.
But they're not going to put themselves in harm's way. They're going to leave the others surely to deal with that, you'd imagine. And look at that, just straight away backing out. Going to try and keep those rifles in that useful range, but Tarsin just doesn't like the sound of that. He wants to do the work himself. Titian and Crispy go down, and look at this. KZY, the last man alive on V2. This is unreal. He's down to 14, and Tarsin with a big play. 4 kills coming in, turning on its head, and he will get the defuse. And that, I don't even know how they let him walk back into that. They had rifles, they had guns, and that was just absolutely ridiculous to turn that around.
They all backed away to the same spot. I don't know if you agree with that, but I feel like you keep one man maybe towards the new box. I mean, he might lose his gun, yes, but he gets a little bit of a different position for some crossfire. One man towards Palace, but no, they all went the same direction. They all backed away into like almost a line, and fantastic job by Tossing. Remember I talked about before, you know, he can come up big for his team, like he was able to do on the T side, pushing down middle to take the momentum away from the other team. And there, again, able to pick up 4 kills. And Keeve, I wonder if he's going to jump out to try to make Tony miss the shot. But still, Killerfish keeping their hopes alive, tied 9 apiece. I want to see them walk out with this boost peak.
Boosts for days, boys.
This is going to be tough. Tony, gets taken down from underpass. That's our off now down, but he did get a little man over here. And who's that man? Number 8 pushing through. Is that Robson push or yeah, Robson pushed up through B halls. I wonder if he nah, surely he wouldn't be able to hear them. No, he probably would have heard them rotating back from underpass.
I think they just spotted him as well. I'm pretty sure Chris would have spotted him. I
think you're right. And they even have one man rotating back. Looks like Ammo going back towards city spawn, so he can hit. Where's his B set to defend if he needs to? And the hits. Is this a fake towards A?
Yes.
I think it was a fake on a fake because they're coming B now. And Robson charges straight towards Catwalk, trying to pick up a couple of kills. Crazy last man to defend against that with Robson and his teammate to help out in the corner. And unfortunately for him, he does fall, but Tossin does respawn, picks up 2 big kills. Now Kev going to miss out a shot, and Tossin picks up a 3rd. Can he get a 4th? As Kev now the last man alive, trying to watch out the man towards short, the man towards kitchen, and the man towards van as Tossin gets the 4th. And that's back-to-back rounds of Tossin picking up 4 kills.
Ouch.
I mean, he was not doing almost anything in the first half. Yeah. He had, what, 5 kills? And now he's gotten 2 quad kills back-to-back, and he's gotten Killerfish now the lead. And he's force playing Nooks back on the eco. Like, this man is really stepping up when they need it.
Most certainly, and this surely going to be just like an A execute. Look at all those smokes. They're going to try and make the most of this, and I think it's worked out before for these guys, so it could work again. Last time, it was the other way around, and whoever was in this position kind of flourished. I can't remember who it was, but if Oscar goes a little bit more aggressive to try and catch it out, and he is going to, trying to get the opening shot, nicely done. And now going to readjust, wait for that ramp push, goes for the aggressive shot, gets it. Oscar is just playing this so well, reading the situation perfectly. The molly comes in, and this is just going to be demolished. Keeve is literally on top of someone. He takes down Tony at least, but please don't do this, Keeve. Oh my god, dancing through the smoke. Robson, please. Oh my god, he's got an AWP as well. He's got 3. He knows where 1 is, but doesn't expect Tarsin coming out through connector so early on. But that's the danger of those smokes and those Tech 9s. They can get super up and close and personal, but all in all, there was some brilliant play from Oscar at the start.
I love that play. I love that because what he does is he pushes Palace when he's when the smoke's being thrown out, so he gets a clean kill, but also alleviates all the pressure from that area. So that ramp, and that makes you can hold from stairs, you can hold from CT, you can hold from wherever he wanted to go from shadow. It's such great play, and I like that quick thinking to just like, all right, I'm going to push Palace. Let's see if I can get a kill and make this a little bit more possible. But Killerfish now 11-9, up 2 rounds. Looking to keep this momentum going, and Tony
missing the shot.
I feel like it was just it looked easier because of X-Ray, but I still feel like he probably should have had that shot. Maybe didn't expect someone to be there that quickly, but Crisby, great little reply out of him.
Perfectly done. We saw, I think it was Robson who was actually pushing up aggressively last round to this sort of spot, so maybe that's why Crispy was like, oh, okay, I remember spotting him here before. Maybe he's doing that again. I'm wondering if he's going to try and throw this gun out of the map.
He put it in the middle of sight.
Just put it on the middle?
Yeah.
Fair enough. So at least it won't fall into anyone else's hands, but it doesn't really matter. The T-side have so much money to work with at the moment, and that's going to help things out even more. Crispy going to work his way up. But Tarsin, watching the cross here, they're going to try and make a bit of a 3-2 hit towards A. There's still one man in dark. That is Oscar. Oscar last time was huge, but this time surely going to be overwhelmed. Finally goes down to Kiev, but Robson a little bit locked down here. Nice work in the end from playing Ducks, doing a brilliant late A execute, just hitting it from every side, and it worked out well for them. Maybe when they play that sort of, not necessarily more puggy style, but a little bit more delayed, a lot less obvious to read, playing Ducks start to find their own. That's like the aggression we saw on that first map almost.
Yeah, overpass. They went from being passive to aggressive, and it caught off Killerfish and netted them quite a few rounds. They didn't get the win in the end, but still got them right back in the game. And now Plain Ducks seem to switch their playstyle again, just a little bit, just to tweak it around to adapt to the way Killerfish are currently going about this map. But we have a 3-man stack over towards A, 2 men towards B, middle completely left open, and that smoke will have missed out on window. It's just amazing how many times you see those smokes miss when you see professional players. But here we go, Tossin able to pick up a kill towards B halls. It does net them, I believe, another gun. Yep, Robson able to get the AK, and that's making it that much more possible for the side of Killerfish. But Ducks trying to push it back in towards this A side as Oscar able to pick up 1 kill. And Tizian is just... It's just like a chicken with his head cut off. He's looking in so many different directions, and he can't do anything about it. And Killerfish, with that 3-man stack, they come up on a majority save and pick up the round.
One by one, just peeking in. They were so caught in connector then. Every single player didn't feel comfortable where they were, basically. And you saw them kind of giving away the game a little early. I'm not sure who it was who shot. But as soon as that happened, I think it was Oscar stopped the push from ramp or Palace. And it just kind of like folded in on itself. But regardless, 5 players now bought up on the CT side, claiming all those AKs, and the T side left in ruins. They're down to Tech 9s. Last time they went for that all-in play when they're on the Tech 9s. Maybe that's why there's a 3-man stack there, but Kiev at least does find Oscar, so that is a big opening towards the A side. Normally, Kiev has been such a big heavy hitter, but the bomb is still behind them on ramp, even though there's a 3-man play coming in towards B. Tarsin is dealing with them quite comfortably as Robson as well chimes in with 1. But where is that bomb going to go? That's the important factor here. Casey White does get one, but 2v3. They were about to rotate, and you can see them just like swiftly getting back around. Maybe this is their chance.
Well, they forced to rotate out of Killerfish. Now no one's here to defend onto this A site for now, and now as quick as they possibly can, just trying to be as safe as they can as well. And Kirby, I almost find it impossible for him to get this plant, because he's got a man towards connector, which will get the kill onto him. Kiev will get the better of him, though. Get the trade, but now he's being shot from the backside. He tries to turn to do the quick 180, but he can't connect the shot. It's 1-on-2. He's got 2 HP. That nade just flying by.
I think he's still looking for Robson, who's been playing short the whole time, but
he is. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, you can see Robson. He's rotating back. He's going to be watching this direction, and with 2 HP, this is going to be a hard shot to hit. Oh, my God. Look at this. They're lining up for him. Oh, and Robson. Nice reaction out of him. Does get the kill, and Killerfish now at 13-10, and even asking for Robson's HP off of that. Wow.
These rounds are getting pretty darn close. So back on a bye. CT side obviously pretty comfortable by now. They're not too worried. But the T side just kind of go scrape this one together, see what they can get. They're getting that little bit of a money system bonus going on after all those losses in a row. But here we go. Let's see what they can do with this one. Kiev needs to come up big. Doesn't land the opener again, but he'll follow up well. Tony goes down, and that is mid now a little bit more open. I think it's Tizian starting to get a little bit more roaming. He's going to start looking. But will they expect Tarsin to be this one on short now? Well, it doesn't matter if they expect it or not. They land the shot. Now Robson left to pick up the pieces. 3 players in mid. Tizian finds another. And this is just dominant play from the T side, taking full control of mid just off the back of that opener that Kiev decided to bring to the plate. Now Ammo and Oscar, players who've been kind of pretty far apart from each other so far, going to have to try and maybe come together in this one. Molly towards window, not going to connect. But Oscar so far has been completely dedicated towards A, whereas Ammo on towards the B side, so maybe they feel the B side is easier to hit. This Ammo will catch one in mid, just readjusting that recoil. They're going to hit it up, find Tizian, but now down so low, I'm not sure if they're going to really commit for much here.
I imagine they're going to save. They're going to have to. I mean, 2-on-4, you don't have the greatest amount of HP to work with for Ammo. And as long as he can save the op for Tony the next round, maybe Tony can get the better of Kev this time in middle instead of being out-opt in that 1-on-1. But still, playing Ducks, I mean, they're not giving up just yet. They will get their 11th round on the board. They will be hurting a little bit on money if they do lose this next round, though. So they need to make sure to win this next round clean. But you still have Robson on 5K, so he can buy up for himself. You have Ammo at 4K, so he can buy up for a teammate. So we're looking at, a relatively bought-up Killerfish yet again. In terms of nades and smokes, though, it might be a little bit different. But they're going to have full guns.
They certainly will, but playing Ducks making it 11-13 here. So, as you said, Not done just yet, they're still doing well. And I think, once again, once they get control in mid, they've been doing perfectly off the back of it, but it does almost come down to those 1v1s with Tony going up against Kiev, who comes out the best, and will Tony have anything to work with? Yes, he's got himself the Orpis, so let's see who wins that exchange, and do they go for the exchange again? Kiev, confident in it. Gonna go for the peek towards Connector, and look who's coming round. This could be a disaster, but Tony takes down Tizian, and the steps are ripped away from Kiev, as now Kiev will have to try and readjust, find something new, because the T side is starting to look a little bit more aggressive here. Tony's gone to window, gonna spot one below, just about makes it away alive, but he's got the information, they can adjust around it, and look at Ammo looking so aggressive, so confident to go for this peek, as KZY just steps away. And now, 5v4, this is a close game, Jason.
That shot out of Tony, like that knee-jerk reaction to be like, which one do I shoot? Do I go up? Do I go down? And he just commits to it and gets the kill on a Tizian. Fantastic opener out of him, and it does give him the man advantage. And they're looking to take going into maybe their 14th round on the board. But Lame Duck's still not done. They still have quite a few smokes, flashes, even incendiary grenade, and 2 Molotovs to work with. But where are they going to use those? I mean, I feel like if you're going to hit A, you almost certainly have to hit them with smokes. If you're going to hit B, Molotovs can work out relatively well to get people out of position and get them into your line of sight.
I think they're trying to fake A, actually, like, on that note. Like, they're sending 2 players there right now. However, the bomb is still on the other side. So this could be a super hard one to read for the CT side, and they're actually rotating off the side. But no, they've left Robson in a great spot here. So it's going to be Crisby and Kiev working up with the bomb. Now, these two are going to have to make it count because the other side have gone down, but Kiev now, last man alive, 1v5, surely cannot dig this deep. He's kind of been picked to pieces, and Robson's there to finish off the deal. And now, the scoreline's starting to look a little bit more drastic, let's say. Killerfish on the verge of getting themselves into the finals here, especially when you're starting to look at what's left with Playing Ducks. Money's not great with Crisby right now. They can drop him out, but Tizian also not fantastic. Gonna have to go for that Galil. So this is starting to look a little bit tougher here, and actually Crisby just gonna stick down to that Tech 9. Normally we see these guys going for that straight up A play, like quick smokes coming out, but let's see if they do it again. Oscar, I think he reads the situation well now. I think he's starting to understand how they like to play, but I'm not sure if he's going to expect Kirby straight away in towards Palace. Doesn't matter though, smokes are there. Oscar challenging the smoke here. Look at this. Let's see if he can get him. He's waiting on the other side. Flash comes through. He's not blind at all. Oh, he messes up the spray so badly. He goes down. And now Ammo going to push up to that little sneaky spot onto site. Wait for that bomb plant to appear maybe, but on the flank, Tizian comes around, just kind of dancing through it. And the bomb should go down. 3v3 here. Tarsin, Robson, and Tony to try and retake this one.
This is doable, but it's going to be tough. They need to hit a couple of shots, and Tony just raving them off, trying to connect onto the man, hiding behind boxes. And that will be Robson able to respawn onto Crazy. So now a 2-on-2, Kirby and Kiev. One man in Palace, one towards A ramp. Tony not able to connect the shot, but he gets information. He's going to watch out by the man towards Palace. And look at this bomb going to be defused. Robson, he's sticking it, but he gets taken on by Kiev. And that'll be a successful hold out of Playing Ducks, 12-14. They're keeping their hopes alive. They're not out of it just yet, but they've got to be careful. They got to keep this momentum going. They got to keep Killerfish off of that match point. And Killerfish is going to be on the eco. Just a CZ, a couple of P250s, or sorry, a P250 and a couple of 5.7s picked up. But we've seen both these teams pick up eco rounds multiple times, and Oscar with the CZ as well. I question on that T side on overpass, but he had some phenomenal shots, and he's been super aggressive. Looking for Kirby, spots him out, and he's looking for the chase. He's forced Kirby out of Palace, and that's given them a little bit of control.
Yeah, Zema going to flash himself in as well, but while all this happens, look on the other side of the map as well. These guys are starting to form up here. They're starting to get an idea of what's going on. Tony going very aggressive, and the T's not really gaining much ground, but they're not losing anything just yet. They've not even taken a flick of damage. But throwing my mind back to last round, if Oscar had got that first kill, he didn't mess that spray up, it could have been completely different, but he just whiffed that shot so badly. He's going to be kicking himself, I can imagine, going forward, if they don't get this one. However, they are still obviously purged to do it, but Kiev just holding the angle, and these guys are so tentative. Look at the CT, look at the T's. Like they've literally barely left their side of the map almost. They're just so cautious, and you can tell why. I don't blame them at all. Just around this corner, there is a wild CT player waiting, and well, there we go. That's exactly as to why Tizian can't even deny the gun from his hands. He's going to get there, spot the gun missing, and now know that Killerfish have a little bit more in their arsenal. Didn't take the shot, then I'm pretty sure he would have seen Ammo. Maybe a little bit too focused there, a bit too tunnel vision, because look at this, Ammo is going wild right now. And he's not done just yet. That 3 down, finally dealt with by Kiev, but there's only 2 players standing. This is a disaster for Playing Ducks.
Sekiro might go really well for the side of Killerfish if they can just get a couple more kills and close this out. Now Kriz be the last man alive, and that pushed Killerfish on their 15th round. And they have all the money in the world to work with. We're on the side of playing Ducks. They committed everything to that round. They've got nothing. They've got Tech 9s. They barely have head armor across the team, and so they're going to be able to buy that up. And this is going to be almost an impossible feat. They have a smoke. They have actually 2 smokes and a lot of flashes, and they're going to go for an A hit. Is this going to be a set hit, or are they going to go quick? And it looks like they're going to go for the former of those 2. But Killerfish, they have 2 men there waiting. They have a man towards connector as well. And Oscar.
If only he knew.
I think he's going to know now as they just run straight through the smoke. They get the quick kill with the Tech 9 and ambush. Across that sandwich gap towards him. He gets a running kill. And now Tizian, the last man alive, in a 1-on-2.
He's going to have to go big to save his team here. Otherwise, it is Killerfish going to the finals. Tizian lurches forward looking for these 2. They're holding hands. They're right next to each other.
If they line up.
Oh my god, Tizian, don't you dare. Oh, he spots one. He does not get the shot off. The no-scope came in, but it doesn't matter. It will be the one and only Killerfish heading through into those finals and playing Ducks. Just a couple of rounds making it slip at the end then, but you've got to say, credit where it's due. Killerfish just playing so well.
They did. That was, I mean, both their games went that way. Like, they lost all the control of the game, and then just one round would just switch it like on its head and give them the control back, and they would get some momentum going. But it just seems like the individual plays out of the side of Killerfish were able to get them that control back, able to get some sort of hold on that game yet again. You've seen Oscar have so many great rounds on CT and T side of both maps. You had Tossin do some really great things as well. You had Tizian on top of that. You had Kiev with those weird plays, but sometimes they'd work out, sometimes they wouldn't. A very back and forward game, and now go into the finals where you have Mouse Sports and Killerfish. It's gonna be a crazy game. You have Mouse Sports. Really I want to say they're on form. And it's hard to officially judge it because you had ESCA, which they did well, but then they played, a stompy game against MyKPV where they lost 4 rounds total. Yeah. But the addition of God B, I think, we talked about it back at EPS last season. He's really brought a lot to the team. He's really kind of brought them to that next level. He's brought that extra game sense to him. The strat calling he's doing, his in-game leading has been really spot on. And this is a team who's playing in the ESL ESCA Pro League starting Monday. Like, they have to whip themselves into gear because it's not going to be easy from there on. Exactly.
They're a team with, let's put it this way though, they're a team with a lot of pressure on them as well to perform like that. As you can see how excited we are in the background for this. There's even like hype trailers to our voices. But still, that aside, like, this team has a lot of pressure to perform. This is a great opportunity for them to not only gain control of the German scene and be like, guys, come on, we are the top dogs here, but we are also
That's actually a really good point. I like how you mentioned that. Sorry to kind of cut you off because Penta, they were at DreamHack Winter 2014, and they were the top German team. They were invited back again because they were a legend team into Katowice 2015. And Mouse Sports, where the hell were they?
That's the big question, isn't it?
That's a good point.
And now they have to prove that they are the one and only German team, and they have the opportunity. That is going to be one hell of a final, so guys, don't go too far away. Maybe grab yourself a beer, kick back, relax. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the teams. But also, there is the other stream going on right now, if you remember the URL.
Twitch.tv/ESL_99damage, if you want to actually see the event and see what's going on in Duisburg. I hope I said it right.
Nailed it. We'll make it. We'll make that so. But that's exactly where you need to go. If you want to check out the event, see what it's like live, we're just doing the English coverage. The German coverage is on site. So you can check it out there, see what you make of it. But guys, do make sure you come back to this channel ready for the next game coming up, which will be the Grand Finals. We'll see you then.